So this past Sunday, Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson went on Fox News to assure everybody, don't worry, because Republicans are finally going to start focusing on those kitchen table issues. And Mike Johnson said he feels pretty good about the midterms this year, in spite of the Democrats opening up an even wider lead in generic ballot polling and, of course, all other indicators showing that Republicans are going to get their butts kicked. Johnson feels great, he says. Here's his exact quote. "Kitchen table issues are going to decide the midterms. We're super excited about the midterms. I'm absolutely convinced we're going to grow the majority and we're going to get this done and make history." Oh boy, sounds like a grand old time, and everybody is wrong about what's actually going to happen, and Mike Johnson is right. You see, what's actually happening here is Mike Johnson, according to reports, is freaking out. But he has to put on a brave face. He has to go out there and try to convince people that the Republican Party is not in total disarray, that Donald Trump's not dragging them down, and that things like economic confidence aren't at a 4-year low, which they are. Johnson wasn't even necessarily trying to convince voters that he's optimistic. He was trying to convince himself. And that is the saddest part of this entire story. This poor, pathetic failure of a Speaker of the House who has passed fewer bills than any other Speaker of the House ever is trying to do what Trump does by reposting old praise and self-soothe. I'm okay. I'm not the problem. Everything is going to be all right. Okay. Calm down, Mike. Calm down. He knows what's going to happen. And he knows that Republicans are not the party of kitchen table issues. Republicans are the party of, let me see what's in your pants before you walk into a public restroom because, that's my business. You're not the party of economics. You're the party that destroys the economy every single time in my lifetime you've been in charge of things. Every Republican president in my lifetime has brought us a recession. And every Democratic president in my lifetime, which we've only had 3, Clinton, Obama, and Biden, have had to pull us out of those recessions. For over 40 years, we have been in this cycle where Republicans destroy the economy, voters are like, oh no, my life sucks now, let's vote for Democrats. Democrats fix it, but not enough for the voters, and they're like, well, maybe Republicans will be better. Oh no, they crashed it again. Democrats, come save us. For over 40 years, that pattern has repeated itself. And guess what part we're at now, folks? Republicans destroyed everything. Voters will go run to Democrats to fix it because that's what they always do. But again, it's not always fast enough for the voters. It's not always comprehensive enough for the voters. Things do get better, but not fast enough or not quite as good as voters wanted. So then they go back to Republicans and the cycle renews itself. But economic confidence is at a 4-year low. Mike Johnson knows that. 76% of people polled in a recent Gallup poll out this week said that the economy is not only bad, but it is getting worse. Mike Johnson knows that as well. So he can put on his brave face all he wants. He can go on Fox News and try to convince himself and everybody else that everything is great and Republicans are going to make a killing in the midterms. But even reports that I talked about roughly a week ago say that even all the Republican gerrymandering is not going to be enough to save them from the massive electoral massacre coming their way this November. How many times have you gone to log into a website or an app only to get that dreaded message that you have to change your password because it appeared in a data leak? To make matters worse, your data may have been leaked from a company that you don't even have an account with. It's because the websites you do subscribe to sold your data to less than secure entities. That problem is now beginning to emerge with AI companies who have access to not just your personal data, but your search inquiries and image generation histories. That's why I have partnered with Venice.ai, a tool that allows you to anonymously and privately interact with leading AI models. Think of it as sort of a VPN for your AI needs. AI is a part of our world now, and those who choose to pretend that it isn't a vital tool are going to be left behind. With Venus.ai, you get the highest quality AI without the security and privacy concerns of other AI models. Now, Venus.ai has been a great tool for me. I use it to help me come up with better ways to phrase things in both titles and descriptions. With Venus.ai, you get anonymous access to GPT, Gemini, and Claude models, fully private access to leading open source models like GLM, Kimi, DeepSeek. Venus submits requests on your behalf, so nothing is ever tied to your identity. And Venus Studio is a powerful all-in-one creative workspace with audio and music generation, video and image generation, a movie editor, one subscription for all the best tools and models on the market. And Venus.ai was founded by Eric Voorhees, one of the pioneers of Bitcoin and a privacy advocate. So if you want to use AI without handing your most personal information to corporations or the government, check out Venus.ai. You can get 20% off a pro plan at Venus.ai/Farron with code Farron.